Texas Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow back here with another one. And this video right here is about, will Lil Boosie life be in danger in the feds? Will he feel pressure? Will he be threatened, extorted, or whatever this man is implying? I'm not sure what exactly he's implying. I am, but I let him speak for himself, right? If you're unfamiliar with this character right here, he calls himself OG Gumby. He's one of the OG cats from the Hoover gang in Los Angeles, which is also a nationwide gang. He's been all over the internet, went viral a few times on a lot of different platforms, and he's basically portrayed himself as some representative of leader of the Hoover gang. He's been trying to organize it, get it straight nationwide, and all this type of stuff, right? And to me, it's really sad. It's a bad look to see a man this old, I think he's in his 50s, still representing gang life, still so passionate about it, willing to, he said it before, willing to die behind Hoover when gangs aren't shit but just death, destruction, and leads you nothing to the penitentiary or the casket. Like, it just doesn't make no sense, right? But I understand, you're born and bred and you grow up in this lifestyle. But there also comes a point in life where you got to let that go, man. Your identity has to be, guess what, a good father, a grandfather, man, anything else other than a gang member, right? That's a game for the youth. That's a foolish game for children. So to watch these older men, him, one's from Texas, everybody, to watch these men argue, fight about gang life and who's doing the gang stuff right, that's crazy when all gang stuff is wrong and everybody knows it. How many of these men want their children and their grandchildren to grow up and be gangbangers, get shot on the corner, do a life sentence behind a color, some numbers, some letters? I don't think none of them do, and if they do, they're sick individuals, right? But we're going to get on what this video is about, and I'm going to let them talk about it. We're going to let you see.
Talking about fighting Boosie. Like, I don't have nothing to do with none of that. I don't know if they were supposed to fight. I don't even give a fuck. I got my whole own issue with Boosie on Hoover. Like, y'all already heard about it before on Real Tune on Hoover. I need my hooves on West Side Hoover. Is supposed to be going to the federal penitentiary area where my homeboys is at on Hoover. But they go one way or another. Nigga gonna meet me. Nigga gonna have to speak up for what they supposed to speak up on Hoover. Nigga, I need my money. TK, TQ, whoever the that was in your inbox. What's the name?
Oh, the Boosie's brother.
I don't give a fuck. I need my money. Talking about slandering you, bitch. I don't gotta do none of that. I need my bread. You niggas did some whole bad business. Hoover, they try to make it seem like, oh, some janky promoter or some other bullshit. No, your brother ran off with my money, Boosie. Boosie, he ran off for my money. Remember that? I'm the nigga that showed you who stole your money. Remember that, Boosie? I need my hooves, bro, on Hoover. I need my hooves. Going to the penitentiary area, you know what I'm saying, the federal penitentiary area on Hoover. Somebody gonna answer about my money, I promise you. I promise you, I need my bottles, bro. The last thing I heard me and Boosie talked about is, look, bro, get with your people and my people get with yours. We gonna work it out. That was years ago. I ain't forgot. I need my dollars. I lost $52,000 in that concert, bro, on Hoover. And on top of that, I showed that Boosie supposed to be a real nigga. I showed Groove, your brother was stealing from me. That's how he learned that his brother was stealing from me. Because the nigga stole from me and I wasn't going for it on Hoover. I need my money. My money. I need all of that.
So first of all, he just straight up said Boosie ain't have nothing to do with this. Boosie brother bamboozled this guy, right? He was doing some concert promotion, club promotion. I'm not sure what he was doing. Boosie's brother represented himself as an agent of Boosie, as his booking agent or whatever. Took $52,000 from this man, and Boosie obviously didn't do the show. He pulled up because he didn't get paid nothing, and he's mad about it. It's years ago that this happened, okay? This is something, he didn't say how many years ago it was, but this ain't nothing fresh. Think about that. First of all, I'm not sure what he's mad at Boosie for, or why Boosie was supposed to pay that back. Because guess what? If my brother robs you, you got to handle that with my brother. If I didn't see $1 from that, I ain't got nothing to do with it, man. That's just point blank, period. If you do something to my brother, you gonna do something to him, he calls me for help, guess what I'm gonna tell my brother? Nah, bro, that's on you. You made that move. You gotta handle that. You didn't give me half of that 52. Matter of fact, you was taken from me as well. So you're on your own. But for this man to think Boosie's supposed to pay his debt, that's crazy to me, right? Because I'd never do that for one of my brothers.
You mentioned Boosie going to the federal penitentiary in California.
His son going too for that switch.
His son got caught in,
I heard his son got caught with a switch.
but not in California.
Nah, wherever they was at. I don't give a fuck. You get caught with a switch, bitch, you going to that place. You're there.
How do you think he's gonna be treated in, like, California? Is it like you have to join a gang, or because it's the feds, right?
I mean, I don't really know how he's gonna be treated, but I guarantee you, if a nigga bust them doors open, the first Hoover nigga that I know that know me, that know anything about me, gonna be asking about my violence. I can guarantee you that.
So listen, we just got through saying it was some years ago. Boosie been free, and I believe his brother's out here free because he just said he was in his inbox. Ain't nothing happened yet. He got away with $52,000, if that's true what he said. That's a lot of money. But he ain't did nothing to him about it. Now he wants his young homies, his people in prison, to do something about it for him. I can tell you how the Fed's gonna work. As soon as he tries to call them and say, I need y'all to do something about this, they're gonna ask him, why didn't you do nothing about it? Why didn't you handle your business, Gumby? You had all the opportunity in the world, and you had money, you had connections. You got your Hoover community all over the country. Why didn't y'all do something about it? Because guess what? We're guaranteed to get caught for it in here under these security cameras. We're guaranteed to get more time to do all this over your money. How does that make sense? But this is how gang life works, right? People that call themselves OGs, call themselves big homies. Yeah, they want the youngsters, the people up under them, to do it for them. That's why this life ain't about nothing. Because I promise you, if this was Texas, they'd tell them, hey man, you were supposed to handle that and be sitting in here right next to us for it. Not expect us to do it for you. Like, you got to handle your business, not us handle your business for you. And I believe that's what they're going to tell them, right? They're not going to just be like, yes, sir, Gumby, we're about to go crash out right now for your money. We're going to do it just like you said, too. No. You talking about men that are living in these little boxes with other men, right? And first of all, too, second of all, Real Tune asked him, hey, what's going to happen? What it's going to be like for him in there? He said, I don't know. No, I know he don't know because he's never been to the feds. Listen, so he's saying Boosie caught his case in California. And yeah, the feds try to send you to a prison within 500 miles of where you caught your case, where you fell out of. So it's a good chance he's going to go to one of them federal prisons in California. But let me tell you something. If you think or you got it in your mind that, oh, he's from Louisiana, there ain't even going to be that many of them over there, you crazy. Because let me explain to you about the feds. There's something called the Dirty South Car. The Dirty South Car is multiple states out the South that ride together, right? When I was in Beaumont, when I was in the feds in Beaumont, of course it was dominated by down south dudes, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas dudes, places like that was close, within 500 miles of Beaumont. But there were men from everywhere, nationwide. When the California men came to Beaumont, they sat right behind us. If our tables were full, we'd sit and eat chow with them. And we had no idea if they were Hoovers. We had no idea if they was Bloods, Crips, what they was, civilians. There'd be a couple where you could tell by the tattoos, but all we knew was, hey, they were men from California because that's how they rolled down here. There wasn't even enough of them down here to ride independently and break up in sets in Northern Cal and Southern Cal. That's not how it works. Hell no. And if the Texas guys and Louisiana guys would have wanted, there was enough of them to run California slap off the yard, right? And that's true facts. That's not being disrespectful or nothing. It's true. California men go to the West Coast. To the East Coast. They can get ran slap off the yard because they don't have those numbers. The way the South does it, they know that, right? So they have something called the Dirty South car. There's also the Midwest car. Hell, there's the East Coast car when you're out on the West Coast. All them East Coast states band together. But the Dirty South car, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, Arkansas. All these states move in one accord under one car, one click. Yes, true enough, each one might be small in numbers. But when you put them together, that's like 11 states, guess what? They're not small no more. It don't matter where you go. Nah, and these down south boys don't do no playing about theirs, right? This ain't got nothing to do with Boosie. If Boosie's a gangster, if he's hard or whatever, you make your own decision about that. It's got to do with they're not going to let one of their men be victimized, pressured, pushed up on, or nothing. When you say them doors bust open and them Hoovers going to holler at them, now, when them doors bust open, them other men from the South going to holler at Boosie. And anybody got a problem with them, they going to politic that out. They going to holler at the speaker. Yeah, they going to holler at the one running the down South car and say, hey, man, we got a problem with Boosie. He owes, if they even willing to do this, which I kind of doubt it. I really don't think nothing's going to happen. But if it was, man, they ain't finna run up on him at the gate with knives and be like, say, man, you got to pay Gumby. Hell no. Shit, no. They ain't finna set off no damn war in there behind your money, bro, that they're never going to see a dollar off. I'm going to say that again. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Arkansas. That down south, dirty South car. That's a lot of states, man. I ain't saying they're out there running nothing because it's still the West Coast. But guess what? They got full respect on the yard. Full respect on the yard everywhere they go. And they're not going to allow one of their men to be a victim. You ain't going to do nothing to one of them. Nothing. You damn sure ain't going to run up and jump one of them, sneak them, snake them without setting off a full blast war. And then guess what? It might put your men in jeopardy other places. That's why the feds move like that. Because where you got the numbers, on the reverse end, you're outnumbered somewhere. And you got to think about that too, right? And here's what Gumby don't know. In those states that I just said, 99 out of 100 Hoover members that come from them places are going to be riding with their home state. They're not going to be riding under that Hoover umbrella. They're going to be riding with their state. Just like they was riding with their state out here in Texas. It's normal. It's not dropping your flag. It's not nothing. You ask them if they're Hoover, they'll say, yeah, what car are you in? The South car. That's just how it works. If he thinks there's going to be these Hoovers from all over America rise up for him, he's crazy, because what they going to do is rise up for their home team. All that street gang shit is minimal in the feds. Real minimal. Now, yeah, it goes down in California. I know people that was there at Victorville. I got a good friend that spent years at Victorville, home of the Bloods and Crips. They're there. They're riding. But as soon as they leave, they're now California cars. It's just how it goes. You know what I mean? So for this cat to sit here and act like he's so powerful, he's fixing to put pressure, and he's just fixing to change federal prison politics, or any man gonna come out here changing federal prison politics over $52,000 is crazy. When he had all these years out here to handle it himself. It just don't make no sense, right? And kids, want you to think about this. Young men, not necessarily kids, because y'all don't watch this shit, but young men, think about this. This is a gang leader, self-admitted gang leader, representative here of one of the most notorious gangs in America. Literally admitting he had years to handle his business, didn't do it, but he wants his young homies to do it. It's prime example of why this is not the life you want, y'all. It really ain't. Nobody wants this shit. It's not for nobody, period. And I want y'all to remember that. Texas Prison Story family, I love y'all. Catch y'all later. It's your boy Tim Snow.
Y'all ain't subscribed to him, check it out. Texas Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Got another one here for you. Hey man, I just want to say what's up to everybody here.
Yes, boy, you a fella. I say you got me, man. That's all you down to say.
What Tim Snow, takes for the story family, salute y'all. What Tim Snow, takes for the story family, salute y'all. What Tim Snow.